make an incredible save. Sometimes it's about you're kind of ready for the car to do it, and you can anticipate it. Sometimes it is just luck. Sometimes you do get lucky and you make an amazing save.
Every situation is different. If there was a blueprint for not crashing, then it would be great. We would all follow it. But you learn through experience and you learn through your mistakes. And nobody knows everything in motorsport.
It is about reactions as well, but a lot of it is about experience and having experienced the same sort of situation or a similar situation and avoiding it again. If you go into a corner a certain way and brake a certain way or accelerate a certain way, you kind of know what the car is going to do, and you have to have that memory bank of what the car does when you do certain things.
Whenever you feel the car starting to understeer or oversteer, that's the first signal that the car's starting to lose grip. You got to let the tyre find its feet again, find the grip. If you have a big input into the car when you're already at the limit of grip, the chances are you're just going to shoot off. Just trying to be as smooth as you can.
You get the feeling, you try always to correct, you try always normally to catch the spin. Sometimes it's better not to catch it, do the spin and continue. Sometimes you try to catch and you get a tank slap and you go on the other way and then it gets even worse. But it's easy set. In a moment, in the heat of the action, sometimes you tend to do the wrong thing.
Sometimes you can use the oversteer to rotate the car and just leave it rotating. But obviously if you have too much oversteer and it's costing time, you have to react on it and open the steering a little bit. So also there is a bit dependent on the situation.
You see the car spinning, I automatically have to focus where I want to go. You have to look the sense the car is spinning. So of course if the car is spinning to the right or to the left, but that is difficult, especially because you're approaching a car in a high speed. But more than that, you should look for the free gap.
What side's got the best lower risk of hitting them? That's a reaction you make within a split second, and that's the difference you're talking about, whether a guy that's up to speed and a professional at that level. I guess that's the ability of the driver, right? Racing and driving and any kind of sport you do, I guess it's about predicting what's going to happen kind of in the future and what's going to happen in front of you.
In ice hockey you would say you read the game. In racing you have to read the race. So when you see that someone is battling very hard with someone else, you know that take a bit of action and you join the party, or you can be smart and back off and leave some margin and try to overtake both of them.
If you know a car really well and you drive a lot, basically you know the limit of the car, and then the more experience you have, the easier it is to go to the limit, for sure.
A lot of it is spatial awareness. Obviously you don't want to crash with anyone. But you've got to know, your mirrors, the people around you, where they're positioned. A lot of it is just instinct and is what happens at that exact time.
I think there's an element of it's instinctive. I think it's a little bit just about understanding what the situation is going to be again at the earliest possible point. Very, very rarely do you get to a point and realise that it's all going wrong. And if you relayed the situation to yourself, truthfully, could you say, yeah, there was nothing else I could have done? If there are situations where literally, there isn't anything you could change, but more often than not, if you got to that same situation again, you could maybe make a better choice, a different choice to make the outcome a little bit better.
If it's a practice session, for sure, you can make up some setup tools to try and give the driver more confidence in that sense. But equally, if it's a race, it's about not making that same mistake. Or equally, if you do make the same mistake, having less punishment and losing less lap time from it.
Some drivers tend to leave more of a margin of error, we call it. You have to, I think the important thing all the time is to drive within your limits. So within your comfort zone. The more you push that, the more likely you are to make a mistake and crash. The people that crash are the people that are probably just pushing a bit too hard.
It's the sort of skill you can learn in a go-kart. That's really the training ground for your career. That's where you learn your craft. You got to be very smooth, particularly when you're driving in the wet. No big sudden movements on the throttle or the wheel, because that will further destabilize the vehicle. So just try and be smooth and controlled at all times.
For me, growing up in Scotland, driving in the wet was a huge part of my upbringing, and I think I learned probably more of my skills driving in the wet and on the bad days, the horrible days, in terms of feeling the car and controlling the car. Where now I see a lot of kids, would rather sit in a simulator all day and get it wrong and then press reset and start again. When I think there's much more to be learned from in any car, getting out on track on the bad days, the horrible days, and learning that way.